In the fall of 2014, I attended the Wise Foundation's Money Power Conference, where Maureen and Rob introduced me to the case study of a young man named Tom who was considering being a Buckeye. So the case study was Tom, a middle-class 14-year-old boy, was starting to think about college. Tom's dilemma: should he set his sights on Ohio State or on a pricier private school? This was a dilemma that many of my students face, and mostly all students throughout the country face. Should you go to college? Is it worth it? Is a better college worth the additional cost? And if so, how do you pay for it? I was immediately struck by the fact that Maureen and Rob did not stand up and dictate how this problem should be solved. Rather, they presented the case as a real-life dilemma and let us, the teachers, solve it. I could definitely see the benefit of using such a lesson in my class, but I really didn't feel comfortable doing it without further training. So fast forward to the summer, last summer, right here, I applied and was accepted to the Teachers College Cowan Financial Literacy Summer Institute. I joined almost 80 other teachers for a week during July, and it was an amazing week of collaboration and sharing and interactive workshops. Our days were full, and they were never boring. They fed us well, and in addition to our workshops, we had the opportunity to listen to some pretty impressive speakers, one of whom, Adam Davidson from Planet Money, I now can put the face with the voice that I hear on the radio, which was impressive to me. Our primary task at the Institute was to learn about the case study approach to teaching financial literacy. We were split into small groups, and we examined 8 different case studies of individuals who faced various financial dilemmas. From Lisa, a young lady who was considering applying for her first credit card, to Maria and Ignacio Diaz, who wanted to provide the opportunity for their children to have better career choices and financial ability than they did. By the end of the week, we had pulled apart each and every one of those cases, sharing ideas and different points of view, and it was amazing to me at how many different directions people came to their decisions, and no time were they the same. There was never one right answer to the dilemma, but rather a myriad of answers that all made sense, given each group's experiences, expertise, and observations. What I took away from that week was that financial, which I knew, but I knew that my students didn't know, financial life is very complicated. There are no set answers. So equipped with this set of new instructional tools and resources provided at the Institute, I returned to my classroom in 2015, September, with a new enthusiasm. I incorporated right off 4 of the cases into my financial literacy class. Buckeye, one of my favorites. I love the Buckeyes. Lisa's Rewards, which was the credit card. Your first car, which I just started today with my class, and then CEO at 22 years old. These cases deal with issues that my students are particularly interested in: college planning, credit, banking, and insurance. I'm amazed at how engaged they've become. They're never bored, and they have the initiative to go out and figure it out on their own. They carefully formulate questions to me. I guide them a little bit, but I don't dictate what they should necessarily say or how they should approach the problem. Finally, they come back together and they share their solutions. And when we did Lisa's credit card, nobody came up with the same answer. Just today, one of my students told me, unsolicited, that she really likes the case study approach because it's real world, and she told me that she'll never forget it. Her words spoke volumes to me. my students have begun to recognize that financial dilemmas are complicated. All choices require a careful analysis of risks and benefits, and that there are no one-size-fits-all answers. I am so grateful that I've had the opportunity to pilot this program in my school, and it's given me a new enthusiasm for what I do, and I'm confident now that my students are starting out on solid footing and they're becoming financially literate citizens. Thank you, Joyce Cowan and Teachers College.